Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and I make Lego sets. Every week on my Instagram story, I post polls and let you guys vote on what Lego set I'm going to make next. This is mine from last week. This is the X-Wing. So this week was against these two. I have the Baby Yoda and Mandalorian brickheads for one of them. And then the second one was Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. And you guys voted, and this week the Starfighter won. So we're gonna start off with that one. So last week's was my very first YouTube video, and I got a lot of feedback on things to improve on, things to talk about, so I'll be trying to go over those in this video. So I'm actually fairly new to making Legos. I've only made a couple. I grew up with a lot of sisters, so we didn't really grow up with Legos. I grew up with Polly Pockets and Barbies and all that kind of stuff. And I was never really into Star Wars when I was a kid. It wasn't until I got older, when I started going back to Disneyland again, that I really got into Star Wars. In about 2017, I went back to Disneyland. And that'd been the first time I'd been back since I was in like elementary or middle school. And when I got home from that trip, I sat down and I watched every single Star Wars movie. So Star Wars is very new to me still. I'm still trying to learn a lot from it. But I like all the movies, Star Wars Land and Disney, all the shows. But now that I've seen basically every single Star Wars movie, TV show that's been made, I'd say the original 4, 5, and 6 are my favorite ones. It's so amazing to me, just like all the special effects that they were able to do back then, and definitely love Luke and Leia and everyone during that time. And so got a first minifigure. I was told I didn't talk enough about the minifigures, so here we go with Obi-Wan. Okay, we're done with part one. That's how it looks. Alright, here's another minifigure. Apparently last time I didn't really talk much about the set that I was making. So a little bit about this one. I believe this one was in Attack of the Clones. One of the scenes was when I believe he was following Jango Fett and Boba Fett. Which, by the way, Boba Fett's ship is by far my favorite ship, I think, out of any of them in Star Wars. Especially when he sets off his little bombs. I'm pretty sure they have a name, I just don't remember what it is. It's one of the most satisfying sounds of all Star Wars. I don't know if you can hear that, but my cat is trying to get in desperately to come and hang out with me. And a few people asked what my other cats' names are, because I guess I only talked about one of them. So my oldest cat, her name is Ellie Mae. Got her from the pound when she was probably a couple years old, so I don't really know exactly how old she is. But I'm pretty sure like she was abused when she was little. So she's a very, very skittish cat. Doesn't like a lot of people. But the people she does like, she's very loving. The second cat, her name is Marie. She looks like the cat from the Aristocats. She's all white. She does have a little bit of gray on her though, but I think she's still pretty close. But one of my mom's cats had babies, and so I have had her since she was a couple months old. She is probably about 5-ish now. My third cat, her name is Lily. She is my little sweetheart. I got her last year on Halloween. She's a little orange tabby. She has shorter hair than the rest of them, so she gets cold at night. So she'll come onto my bed, and I'll lift the covers up, and she'll just crawl her way down and just snuggle up all night long. So yeah, I got her last Halloween, so she's a little over a year old. But she is actually my smallest cat. And I talked about my last one last week, so the boy, who is my youngest, and his name is Millie, but I call him Baby because he's a boy and Millie doesn't really fit a boy, I guess. So I don't think he even actually recognizes his actual name, but if I call Bebe, he will come running from the other side of the house to try and find me. Okay, part 2 is done. Set is definitely a little bit smaller than last week's. Alright, we got a droid. So I just recently watched the end of Clone Wars a couple days ago. So I'm not a huge fan of the animated Star Wars TV shows, I guess. I mean, I watched bits and pieces of it, and I know the gist, but it's super heartbreaking to see them have to bury all of the other clones at the end. I watched Ahsoka when that came out too, earlier this year, and I really liked how they put a little bit of like the live action like clones in there, and that whole scene was probably my favorite of any like Star Wars scenes. I love how they did the parallel between like Anakin and Darth Vader, and how Ahsoka was little, and I loved how they did Anakin and Darth Vader. That was great. I think they should do a live action Clone Wars. I just can't sit down and watch that animated TV show for how long is it, like 6 seasons, I think? I might be wrong, but so I had someone ask me what my dream Lego set would be. And I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious for most people. I really want to do the walker, the AT-AT walker. I think that would be super cool. Take forever to do, but totally worth it. I also want to do the R2-D2. I really like that one. I also really want to do that Stormtrooper helmet. I have a couple helmets, but I do not have the Stormtrooper one. I really like the Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers, anything with like those helmets and everything, and they look pretty cool. My Disney World trip is getting closer. So excited for that. I was kind of thinking of maybe doing some videos while I'm in Disney World. I don't know if that's something you guys want to see, but I do post a lot anyways on my Instagram. So if you do want to see what I'm doing in Disney World or anything like that, go follow me on Instagram. Alright, we're officially done with this one. It was Obi-Wan Starfighter. I think this one was pretty fun to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me that you want me to answer in my next video, please comment down below. I guess I will talk to you guys next time.